Racing to the 2020 Breeders' Cup, and this time let's get an update on the Breeders' Cup Classic field that is starting to take shape. Looks like we could have 10 or 11 horses pointing for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Today we'll focus in on the 8 or 9 top contenders, take a look at where they sit, and deep dive on some of the trips they've had over the course of the year. Remember, hit subscribe and share this video. Javier Castellano has been named on Global Campaign. Meanwhile, Luis Saez looks like he is going to be riding Maximum Security. Those two jockey announcements coming out this week. Now, Improbable, the most likely race favorite. He's got 3 wins in a row and, of course, 1 win at 10 furlong. That was at Santa Anita, the Hollywood Gold Cup at Santa Anita this summer. Now, his most recent race, the Awesome Again, kind of an interesting race. His final speed figure was his highest of his career, matched his highest with a 108 Brisnet. But what was interesting about that race was how he laid back and in that small field kind of made that slingshot move to the lead. And, you know, one of the things is, as a 3-year-old, he never could really finish off his races. So visually it looked good, but the late pace rating was only a 93 on that Awesome Again for Improbable. Now, Maximum Security never really seemed to get into the Awesome Again. He had a all-out effort in the San Diego victory after the long layoff after going to the Saudi Cup. And then he came back with a little bit better effort in the Pacific Classic, but that was kind of an interesting race. Nobody kind of went to the lead that day, but he did run fast. He got a 100-plus Brisnet speed figure in that race. So Maximum Security, 1 workout since the Awesome Again. That was a week ago, along with Improbable. So those two are not going to get their 4 to 5 works usually they get between races. So they're going to have to really tighten the screws this week and next week, as that final workout will just be more of a maintenance workout leading into the Breeders' Cup Classic. Tiz the Law, he had a nice stout workout under 58 for the 5 furlongs 2 weeks ago, then came back with a long gallop out. He seems to have recovered from the back-to-back mile-and-a-quarter races in the summer after winning the Travers Stakes and then going to the Kentucky Derby, and he may not have been 100%, a little bit of a foot injury rumor possibly, or sore feet going into the Kentucky Derby. Wore some special shoes that day, the glue-on shoes. So I think Tiz the Law working out better, and I think he definitely likes that 1.125 to 1.25 miles, plus that tactical speed will come in handy. Now, Authentic, he tried to do the back-to-back races, and he struggled as well. He won the Kentucky Derby, but then coming right back 3 weeks later to a month later, he struggled at the Preakness distance, ran a good race. They drew off from the field, him and Swiss Skydiver. So Authentic going to get another month to get ready for the Classic. Going to face some other speed possibly with horses like Maximum Security, and we'll see if Art Collector goes. I think Art Collector could be ridden more aggressively if he goes in the Classic. Meanwhile, Tom's Day Tot starting to become the official wise guy horse of the Breeders' Cup Classic. He, of course, stumbled in the Whitney Stakes, had a long layoff. Then just got back on the work tab. He's had 3 workouts since then. He needs to really tighten down the hatches here in the next couple of weeks. Tom Day Tot, the favorite going into the Whitney, and a big Brisnet speed figure in the Stephen Foster this summer. Now, Tacitus is disappointed in his last 2 efforts, losing as the favorite, but he does have a 105 as a 3-year-old Brisnet speed figure to go back to, and he consistently runs those low 100s. You know, his best races have been coming from off the pace. In the Belmont and in the Tampa Bay Derby, he came from 6-7 lengths back. He's finally going to get a full field. He's finally going to get some fractions to run at. And I think if they take the blinkers off and make a run from off the pace, he's going to be better suited to that 1.25 miles. Global Campaign's been resting since the Woodward. He's been training up to the Breeders' Cup Classic. He ran a salty race in the Woodward, leading Tacitus all the way around. Going to try to, you know, come probably a little bit off the pace. I don't think he wants the lead, but I think he'll take it if he gets it in the Classic. And then you've got By My Standards, a tight 6 furlong workout on Thursday beneath the Twin Spires at Churchill Downs. Of course, he won the Ali Sheba, lost in the Whitney Stakes to it was going Improbable that day, but you know, he chased, and then he chased facing in the Stephen Foster against Tom's Day Tot. I think his best races are when he makes that move to the lead, kind of like Swiss Skydiver did, kind of like he did in the Ali Sheba when he came up as soon as Owendale made his move. He kind of moved in tandem with him. And I think he likes to run with horses and has a little bit of grit. So I think By My Standards could be better close to the pace, and he's one that wants to strike that front coming into the stretch. So going to be a great tactical race in the Breeders' Cup. Remember, hit subscribe, share this video with other horse racing friends, and also ring that bell for notifications. We've got early looks at the top 8 contenders at the Distaff, the Sprint, the 2 juvenile races, and more to come as we take a deeper dive tomorrow again into the Classic and to some of their best speed figures as we get you ready for the 2020 Breeders' Cup.